Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for episode 7 of my FM26 beta save here with Nottingham Forest. We're the final game of the season, and we have played through a fair few fixtures since the previous video where we did lose to Stuttgart in the Europa League, last of 16 in the second leg. 3-2 overall, not terrible, but could have done better. Anyway, since then form has been up and down. As you can see, we lost against Spurs, but then we beat Aston Villa and Burnley, albeit 4-3. Jonas Wind has been great for us. Unfortunately, didn't show up against Sunderland, where we lost 3-0, but then we got two decent draws away from home against Chelsea and Manchester United, and then a 3-2 win at home to Newcastle. Now this is a very big game today. We are playing Bournemouth, final game of the season. Let's have a quick look at the table before we go into it, because we could still either finish as high as 5th or as low as 9th. Now Bournemouth are just above us in the table, as you can see. Manchester United there in 5th on 58, us and Bournemouth on 57, Villa on 56 and Everton on 54. Now, albeit there would have to be a massive goal swing for Everton to overtake us, but they are away against Spurs, so I expect the lowest we would finish is probably 8th, and we're at Villa. Villa are at Man City, so there's a good chance they'll lose as well. So that being said, we have a good chance of finishing in 7th. If we get into Europe, hopefully that's what we do. In terms of relegation, it's already been sealed. Burnley, Wolves and Brentford. I did say Burnley and Wolves. I've said that in reality as well. So there we go. Let's get into this then, guys. Let's not waste any more time. This is the... Ooh. What on earth has happened here? This is what on earth is this? I'm assuming this is just a visual glitch, and that Depay... What? I literally have no idea what the heck's happened there. That's better. That was really weird. I have no idea what happened there. Anyway, game against Bournemouth. Here we go. Sales in goals: Zinchenko, Murillo, Milinkovic and Williams at the back. Sangare, Paqueta and Anderson in midfield, with Depay and Ndoye on the wings and Jonas Wind up front. We do have Jesus on the bench. We are without Hudson-Odoi. He is injured, unfortunately. So here we go. Let's see what we can do here. I think regardless, this has been a decent season for us. Good debut season in this game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, of course. In terms of the transfer business we did, I also thought that was pretty decent. I forgot to leave Depay off the thumbnail from a few days ago for the sign-ins. But yeah, overall, I think we've done well in the circumstances. Finances, I mean, we've got to see what happens in terms of how much Marinakis is going to give us. I highly doubt he's going to sack us at this point, so we'll see what we can do. Now, I might have already mentioned it, but this is my first time even opening the game since the latest update came out, so hopefully things run a bit smoother than what I have done recently. I mean, even that has run a bit smoother in terms of like loading the game. So yeah, so let's just do that. See, we go in to talk to the media. Yeah, until it's mathematically impossible. Oh, I didn't realise that they swap their negatives and positives around. That'll make you look at it a bit more in depth, I guess. Now, I did hear that in this game, now I've not seen it for myself, that they're going to be doing like live action from the other games and like end of the season stuff. Now, I don't know if that is the case, but let's see. Now, this alone has loaded up quicker, albeit there is still a couple of like visual glitches, like this initial bit. Now, Williams on the ball. Why are we at balanced? I genuinely thought I changed that to positive. Well, we'll see how we get on. Anderson. I was going to say, we have an opening chance in the opening 30 seconds. That'd be great. For us, obviously, we don't want Bournemouth to catch us on the counter-attack. Even Nilsson, though, is on the left-hand side here. He can get the ball in. And thankfully, Sells does gather it. Marinakis now. I thought Anderson had missed that then for a sec. Although, to be fair, he gave the ball... Oh, even Nilsson's in here. Thankfully, that is not going to be called back. Why are we continuing this with this highlight? I'm assuming there must be a goal coming. And at the minute, it looks like it's going to be for Bournemouth. Which would suck. And knowing our luck, Villa or well, realistically, it's only Villa that are going to probably catch us, and we don't finish in the European spots. Semenyo was being played onside then. We're just being carved open, and that's a goal. We have been carved open so easy there. We're going to have to go attack it, a positive already. I'm a little bit disappointed that we had to wait that long, like literally from the kickoff for that to happen. I would say that is quite annoying. It looks like Bournemouth are all over us at the minute. But we do have a corner here. Zinchenko to take. Is sadly clear, but only as far as Murillo. Paqueta! Oh, just over. I mean, the crowd on this does look a lot more realistic, and it looks like since we went to positive, we have been playing a lot better. So this is good. Alright, are we getting anything here? We look like we're frozen completely. Even my mouse had frozen then for a sec. Okay, it was just a momentary freeze, thankfully. See, this here is where I would be encouraging the team, saying, you know, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Let's keep this going, kind of thing. Okay, we've got a free kick. Okay, it was just that running slow again. We've been all over them since that goal, really. Or since we went positive in like the 15th minute. Alright, so Smith now, Diakite, Costa Sensei. We have been carved open so easy, and we are lucky to not be 2-0 down there. Very lucky. Alright, that's half time, and we are 1-0 down, sadly. And where, you know, looking at the stats, we don't deserve to be. But looking at the highlights that we've had, we do deserve to be a goal down, because we have been awful. Come on, show me something else in the second half, please. I haven't seen any of the other results or scores. So Spurs are 0-0 with Everton. Man City are 2-0 up on Villa. So at the moment we're finishing 7th, which I will definitely take. Now Depay now on the ball. Now he's managed to skip past a couple of players here. Can he get the ball in? Can he get past to someone? He does. Paqueta now on the ball. Goes back to Murillo. Zinchenko now. Lovely ball there to Anderson. Zip to and die. Oh, what a goal! Fantastic goal. Hits the bar and in. What a beautiful goal. What a beautiful finish. We're going to have to watch that again. Beautiful. Oh, that is a beauty. Pick that one out. Fantastic. Now that is what I like to see. Now Ndiaye on the ball again. Sadly, it's not at the feet of a Forest player. It is cleared. Now it is back with a Forest player. It's now Paqueta. Looks for the runner Zinchenko and he gets the ball to him. Can Zinchenko get the ball in? He's on the wing. He gets the ball in. And Ndiaye with the header across to Anderson. Oh. But Ndiaye was offside, so that would not have counted anyway. Fair enough. Now we do win the ball back. Depay now on the ball. Manages to skip past the player. Gives it back to Zinchenko. Got a lot of work to do here. Zengar. Lovely ball to Zinchenko. He's in a bit of space here. Can he get the ball across? He can. And Anderson, and he scores. That is going to count. There's no reason why that won't count. We have turned this game around. We are now leading by 2-1. Now we are looking further up the table than down. Now that will have changed things, I am sure. We will definitely be going above Bournemouth, so Europa League looks possible here. Wind to Depay. Beautiful ball to Zinchenko. He's got a bit of work to do again. And he loses the ball. Semenyo now. Back to Semenyo. Don't let that be your last contribution to the club, Zinchenko. And thankfully, Semenyo cannot get that on target. And we still lead by 2-1. We still have all of our subs to use as well. So let's get the ball rolling on that now. I think we're going to bring Aina on for Zinchenko. So we're going to pop him there. We'll bring Igor Jesus on as well. Anyone play on the wing? Hutchinson for Depay. I think I'm gonna leave Wind on for now. So we'll just make those two changes, and we'll go with that. But so far so good. I'm not seeing a table. I'm not sure if I can. I mean, I'm assuming I can change that in here. But I think we've played well, you know, since we went a goal down. We are going to bring Jesus on now for Wind. We'll bring Luiz on in his final game for the club. I'm going to bring him on for Zengar because he is absolutely shattered. And then I think I'll leave the final change for a bit longer. Alright, Williams with a free kick, and it is headed clear, but only as far as Hutchinson. Hutchinson, he's got a bit of work to do here. He's got a bit of pressure on him. Milinkovic across to Luiz. Lucas Paqueta now. Is he going to use Aina? Of course he is. Beautiful ball. Jesus is onside. Oh, that was a beautiful ball there by Aina. Absolutely beautiful. Sadly, did not come with the outcome we wanted. McAtee is also going to come on. He can go in front Ndiaye. And we'll see what he can do on the wing for the last few minutes of the game. Hopefully we can hold on to this. It would be a great result if we could, because Bournemouth have been decent this season. Paqueta now can't win that, but Olana did. And Hutchinson gets the ball back to him. Aina now. Beautiful ball to Paqueta. Can Paqueta get across? Paqueta across. Anderson! Oh! Almost a carbon copy of the last goal that we scored. It was rebounded to Anderson. Anderson now back on the ball. And it's over. We beat Bournemouth. And where do we finish? We finish at least 6th. The live table. Okay, that's obviously not been updated. But how did Manchester United get on? It's not allowing me to check out the other games. So we definitely at least finished 6th, maybe even 5th. Very proud of that comeback. Where did we finish? It was either 5th or 6th. And now we wait. We wait for all these messages to come through. Hopefully we find out we get a nice transfer budget as well. What have we got? We have just got a load of loading screens at the moment. Reading promoted to the Championship. We will have a look at the final tables as well. Obviously you'll find out the results of the playoffs in the next video, I'd imagine. Right, Greater High, yeah, absolutely. Managed to, it just shows how determined we are. Winning goal, absolutely. Thank you very much. Where did we finish? We finished 5th. Get in. Oh, that is fantastic. 5th place. There's a good chance as well that might actually become a Champions League spot. I completely forgot about that. So Spurs beat Everton. Man City beat Villa. I mean, it didn't really matter. I mean, the main thing is that Manchester United didn't win. Now I can't even see their fixture. So I can't even see it. So that's cool. I mean, we finished 5th. That's incredible. That is incredible. What a result. What a result. Can I just X this off and have a look through all these? Right, it says, I'm assuming that's Europa League. Oh, Andrews has been sacked by Brentford. Fair enough. Believe they got relegated, so that makes sense. So it says we've qualified for the Europa League. We got 30 million for finishing where we did. But Europa League spot, oh, we've got the budgets through. That's what we want to have a look at in just a sec. So we've received that. Okay, so is that, I'm assuming that's what our budgets are. I will have to double check that. So we booked the Europa League ticket. If we have a look at the Champions League, is that... Yeah, so 2.7 per week and then 37 there. Okay, I mean, that's obviously... Because of the financial situation, I can understand why it's been a little bit tight. We do have a barking dog, which is rather annoying. But there we go. So we've got budgets through. That is good to see. We finished 5th. Again, I'm going to probably have a look at like the relegated clubs and see if there's any players worth me picking up from them. Ooh, close to triggering permanent deal. Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah. Cool. That is actually really good that we weren't forced into paying him, because 20 million for him, I don't think I'd want to pay that, to be perfectly honest. That is cool. Anyway, before we go, let's have a look at the other tables. So the Championship. That's the best way for me to get to it from here. So if I go on my fixtures, did I play a Championship team in the FA Cup or any kind of like Carabao Cup possibly? So if I go on the Carabao Cup, which was won by Liverpool. Frankie, enough. Thank you. So Fulham, Arsenal, Hull. There you go. So, Championship. So, let's have a look at the Championship table. Is it going to let me? I'm assuming that's playoffs, isn't it? Yeah. League stage. Okay, so so Coventry finished 5th. Oh, and Bristol City have actually gone up. So they actually beat Coventry in the playoff final. That is annoying. That is very annoying. So Ipswich, Sheffield United went up. Southampton, Norwich, Coventry, Bristol in the playoffs. And Wrexham got relegated, along with Portsmouth and Charlton. So expected-ish, I guess. Let's have a look at League One. Does it let me? It doesn't even let me go through it from here, does it? Men. Oh, it does. Okay. So Luton, Bolton, automatically. Cardiff, Reading, Wycombe, Wigan in the playoffs. Okay, understandable. And Stevenage, Wimbledon, Northampton, Exeter going down. Bit surprised by Stevenage because they seem to have started the season quite well in reality. Peterborough very well could be on the way down in reality. Let's have a look at League 2. How do I get back to there? I've done it again. Right, so let's click on that one. Europe, men's. England. That's where I went wrong before. So let's look at League 2. Dons, Chesterfield, Bromley, and Salford going up in the place. Bromley's a bit of a surprise. And Oldham and Barrow getting relegated. Now that breaks the what's been going on, because Oldham were promoted last season, and it's very rare that a promoted team goes straight back down. And I believe that's the first time it's happened in God knows how long. I mean, I don't know if that will happen in reality. I mean, Barnet were the other team that went up, so that is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So let's just have a look at the National League to see who went up from there. Enterprise National, Forest Green, and then we've got a playoff final between Southend and Carlisle. Brackley getting relegated along with Gateshead, Braintree and Tamworth. That's a bit disappointing. Morecambe did alright though, finishing in 18th on 55 points. Might be worth doing like a Road to Glory kind of save with them. That'd be interesting. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, see what we can do with them. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there. We've got a little bit of money to spend. I'm not sure if we're gonna. It's a beta save, so I don't think we're gonna look to leave. But if something else comes up, well, I guess we'll see. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I certainly hope you've enjoyed our first season here at Forest. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and any recommendations on any signings. Please do let me know. Even though by the time this comes out, literally the missus brought the dog bed in for me for the dog, but he does not seem to want to go in it. It's not even that late as I'm recording this either, but it just sort of might stop him from barking. Sadly, it's obviously not worked, so there we go. So thank you for watching. You got anything to say, Frankie? No, he decided to be quiet. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one.